Welcome to the thetrumpetblog.com. Today our topic is more than you ever wanted to know about plunger mutes. As you can see from the table here, we have an assortment of all kinds of mutes. The most common one is the rubber plunger mute that you can buy at the hardware stores. It's used for toilets, sinks, and so forth. And it's worked very well for years. One modification that most of us do when we do on our mutes when we first buy them is to drill a hole through the center here to give it a release of air pressure in here. The reason for that is if you don't have that hole in there, your notes are going to crack on you like this. You won't have the control on pitch that you should have. So by drilling a hole where the handle goes in, it relieves some of that pressure and you can control the pitch much better. Another combination of the plunger is the use of a small straight mute. Now this is a piccolo trumpet mute, which works very well. You can also buy one called what is it called? Pixie mute, which is very similar to this one. I just happen to have this one. And the combination of two things, the Pixie mute in here or this mute, and then the rubber plunger like this gets this effect. It's like the Clyde McCoy Sugar Blues or Hot Lips effect. That gives you a lot edgier sound when you put the small mute in there and use the plunger. One of the best mutes that I've come across in years is this one. This one you can get the information on how to order it. This mute right here, the rubber one, is like maybe $4 or $5. This one right here, which comes with a handle that I cut off, this one's called the mini plunger or mini plunger mute. That's it. I've cut the handle off because we don't need that, and also having the hole in there relieves some of the pressure that we're talking about with this one. Now this one I think is the best mute on the market right now, and it sounds this way. Also works with the Pixie mute or the piccolo trumpet mute. And you notice it doesn't break up like the plunger here. You can play all the notes in tune. Even the low notes. Whereas trying to do it on this instrument, this mute, you get this. Your pitch is way, way off when you're using that one. So if you have friends that are using this one, just be kind to them. Be kind to them. Maybe they just like the smell of sewer. I don't know. But this one, I don't like at all. This one, I do. You also notice, I don't know if you can see it now, but it has Kleenex in the bottom of this. After you cut this handle off, you can put Kleenex in there, which also controls the sound, muffles a little bit. I love that sound. It's a little bit more mellow when you put the Kleenex in it, or you can play with it in, play with it out, it doesn't matter. So this mute is really the best one I've found. It cost $2.71. I mean, how easy is it to make a decision on this? You can pay a lot more, but I don't think you'll get as much effect and clear intonation as you will with this one. So get it. It works great, works forever. Thank you. And then we'll get on to the next topics on how to use these mutes next. The whole idea of using a plunger in your trumpet, cornet, bell is basically act as if there's a hinge. Now whether it's hinged to the left, like I do this way, or if it's hinged to the bottom this way, it really doesn't matter, whichever works for you. For me, it's hinged to the left because when I'm holding the instrument like this, it's more natural to do it this way than it is to do it this way. You'll see a lot of trumpet players playing this way, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I find it much more comfortable to go to the left side, or it would be your right side, I guess, and do it this way. And think of it as having a hinge on the bell and the mute itself. So you work it this way. Now, in order to get some things going, I've included on this site a free download which gives you the instructions on how the notation is notated and how to practice this. So make sure you check out the free information on this site. It gives you a full list of exercises to do. When you play closed, it has a plus sign on the music. When you play open, it's a 0, plus 0, plus 0. And if you happen to be going from plus, closed, to open slowly, it's a dotted line in between. Dotted line, separate notes. So that'll get you started on that for some exercises. Also, the way I put it together, I have a click track going on, and I play the first 4 measures, and in the next 4 measures, you repeat it best you can. It goes all the way down the page. So you'll be able to understand the notation. You'll understand how we play individual notes. We understand how you will play connected notes on this. So make sure you download the sheet music, practice on that. Once you have your mute, there are 3 basic positions you can use. One of them is all the way closed, one is halfway open, and then completely open. And they sound this way. So you have 3 different types of sounds you can use with the plunger. Practice those and you'll be able to really get on to how to make the instrument almost sing lyrically. The biggest problem I've seen with beginners when they start on this, they think you should move your hand or move the mute very, very quickly. And I hear them playing this. They don't get the effect. The real effect comes with a slow movement. That's your wah-wah effect. If you move too fast, you get this. It just sounds terrible. So I've got some videos of Cootie Williams doing some plunger work at the end of this. Make sure you check him out. He had a fantastic technique for this. Plus, there was another video down there. There's a person, I don't know the name right now, but you can check it out. You can almost hear the voice pronouncing words. You can almost hear him saying words through his horn. It's the best example I've seen of plunger work. Far better than anything I can do. And believe me, if you think you can do it easily in a short amount of time, you have to be realistic with yourself. These guys practice and practice. To be able to talk with your instrument like this is a gift, and the gift is only done when you practice a lot. So don't give up in the first 5 minutes. Keep working at it. As I said earlier, there are intonation problems with some of the mutes. Your rubber sewer plunger is one of the worst for pitches on that. You have to control it. There is a few things you can do to help, though. If you have the rubber plunger and you put it over the bell and it tends to ruin your intonation, just take the mute and squeeze a little bit in like this, so it's not really closed tight, but has a little bit of an opening in here. Here it is. Well, it won't work this way. This one works perfectly. But with the rubber one, just squeeze a little bit and it will break those notes that break up on you. That will help your rubber plunger work. If the notes are cracking on you, just squeeze it together a little bit and it'll solve that problem. Now this one, the one I like the best, of course, is made out of plastic. It has a very nice rubber ring around it, which gives it the suction when it's actually a plunger. It also protects your bell from any scratching, any noise also. A lot of times on those rubber ones, when they get old, you'll hear trumpet players clang into closed position and it makes a big sound. This one doesn't do that because of that rubber in there. The main thing is you want to make sure that it is working best for you. And no matter what mute you use, plunger you use and so forth, practice on it. Find out, first of all, the mute that works best for you, and then practice on it. Because to get a good wah-wah sound, you know, it takes practice, and it's a combination of many things. Your hand position, how closed or open it is, and what you're doing at the other end of the mouthpiece also. So do some practicing on it and you'll come out pretty good. You notice in that last example I gave you a growl. Now I went online and found many explanations on how to do the growl. One of them was a trumpet player from the Count Basie Orchestra, which I totally disagree with. I mean, to criticize a trumpet player with the Count Basie Orchestra really takes a lot of guts or stupidity, because I never played with Count Basie, so this person should know a lot. But what he was pontificating on was all you need to do is sing through your instrument while you're using your cup mute, your plunger mute, and he demonstrates this and gets absolutely no effect. You can sing through it, and he sings through it, but I don't hear a growl. Now, if you've had any Spanish, you know how to pronounce the word for dog. Perro, perro. Say that a few times. Perro, perro. It's rolling the uvula in the back of your throat. It's like gargling. That's how you get a really, really gnarly growl sound. If you sing through your horn, as he demonstrated, you'll get this. I don't see a growl. But if you use that perro, that rolling uvula sound on here, you can go from mild to extreme. Pleading, or you can be really mean about the whole thing. So if you pronounce perro with a rolling sound from the uvula in your throat, you have a vast amount of growling ability. Okay, that's how you growl. You don't sing, you growl through the horn. Here's a tongue trill. All that is going yo, 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 back and forth on your tongue. That's a tongue trill. That's not a lip trill. I'm not doing that with my lip. I'm doing it with my tongue. Another thing that you can use when using a plunger like this is a shake. Now, most shakes Don Jacoby, a former trumpet teacher of mine, showed me how to do a shake, which makes shakes very easy, and we might get into that some other time. But basically, if you set your embouchure between the two notes that you're going to be shaking, like F to G, false fingering F, 1 and 3. Okay, set your embouchure in between the two, which would be an F to a G, which would be obviously a G sharp, an F sharp. If you can set your embouchure between those two, you're on a balance point. And all you have to do at that time for a shake is basically move the horn in and out like this with your hand, and you're going to get the easiest shake you've ever heard. Not changing anything here at all, you're just moving it in and out. There's how you can do that same tongue trill with a mute. It's basically just trying to get in between the two notes and going yo, 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 yo. The yee up out of it will get you a high note, yo will get you the lower note. That's how you can do an effect on this. The last effect today basically is using double tonguing with your plunger. You've heard people doing this. All you need to do is double tongue. That's another one. I was playing a show in Branson before I moved to Texas here, and one of the pieces was a beautiful ballad where the female singer got up and sang, and they asked me to do some obligato or chases behind her, and I decided to do it on Plunger one time, and the leader of the band says, every time. And basically it was using that type of thing. The pleading sound like that, and we do a little eye contact back and forth on that, and at the end of the trumpet piece, when she was getting her applause, I would usually go up close to the microphone and give her this. So you can get all kinds of effects out of that mute, and that was the best job I think I ever had. That concludes just a few of the tricks you can do with the plungers, and again, there's a couple of good plungers on the market right now. One I haven't tried yet, but if you see it, it's a larger plunger with a rotating coin in this. If you see that, you might want to check that one out also. I know it's more expensive than this one, and possibly I'll do a report on that sometime. But for right now, this $2.71 miracle works for me. I gave away 2 of these, my last 2, to fellow trumpet players, and for 2 years I had to look for the same model. I couldn't find it even on the internet, but now it is available, so you can get it through Google. Google search for a mini plunger, and the whole card looks like this, so you know what to look for. It's cheaper, works really, really well. It's my friend forever, I think, until I find a better one. And that's basically covers more than you need to know about a plunger mute. Thanks for coming in, and come back often. We've changed topics quite often on here. That is thetrumpetblog.com. You can also find on video on YouTube our other site, which is 2-minute trumpet tricks. I'm up to 55th trumpet trick, which happens to be on the plunger in here. So check that out. And if you're interested in a lot of opportunity for trumpet ensemble music, make sure you go to trumpetensemblemusic.com. I think right now we're probably close to 600 arrangements on there, ranging from trumpet solos to trumpet choirs to brass choirs, quintets, duets, everything you can think of. So 3 things: thetrumpetblog.com, trumpetensemblemusic.com, and 2-minute trumpet tricks on YouTube. Thank you.